events that you can't publicize because maybe they're private. So in that case, on your calendar, you're going to say highlight photos only. So on your calendar for your events that you attended, you'll be taking a photo at the event and then maybe posting it the next day. But that's not something that you just thought of. It's something that you strategized today, October 27th, and you know that if you're attending an event on November 16th, November 17th, your post for that day will be, hey, I just attended this awesome event. Or you might even say, I'm going to post that photo the day of. So that's up to you. Anyway, next you'll want to make a list of national holidays. Now, if you receive our monthly email of special upcoming dates, then this is already done for you, and I'm actually sending that out now to you. I know that Lisa gets that, so Lisa, you'll be getting that. And then you can, it's not just the national holidays, it's actually fun holidays. Now, there is actually a crazy national day every single day of the week, like national, oh my gosh, like Eat Ants Day. I don't know if that's a real one, but they do get pretty weird. And I don't know in business if you want to highlight each of those. I don't. So in this email that we send out once a month with these dates, we kind of pick and choose which ones we highlight. So if you have another way of getting those really weird ones, by all means. And Sarah Hall just joined, who's on the Socialize LA team, and she's the one that actually puts together the email I'm about to send out. So big shout out to her for doing that for us. And I am sending this now. You're like, you're doing this right now. Yeah, I mean, it's as good a time as any, right? Okay. So on your list right now, you should have events that you're attending, any upcoming holidays that you want to celebrate publicly on your business page. Also, any awareness, like October was breast cancer awareness and a couple of other things. So that might be something that you want to also put out there. I know November, a very popular one, used to be the Movember, where the men would grow mustaches. So anyway, the point is you want to list out what's going to be happening in November. What's the major holiday in November? Thanksgiving. So it's a really great month to give thanks. So that's what I would be thinking. I would be thinking, okay, the theme should be giving thanks. So let's see here. Giving thanks to your clients. So you could do a post that just talks about how amazing your clients are, your team, and whatever else you're grateful for. But these are all posts that you can do. The goal is to have a nice calendar full of awesome posts. Okay? So far on our list we have, do you have any events, national holidays, and then special themes. Now, if you followed me since last December, you would know that I talk a lot about themes, creating themes for the month. And if you want to, I'll put in the comments after I get off of this live a free theme planning course, I guess. It's very short, but it just helps you look at your annual calendar, and I have a printout there, and the annual calendar will say like January, February, March, and you choose what you want the theme of that month to be. So November, the theme could be Thanksgiving. Not Thanksgiving the holiday, but giving thanks. Now these are internal themes. I'm not saying go and publicize this month's theme is Thanksgiving. No. This is just internally as you are writing your content. Okay, so we've done this exercise, and oh, good, excellent. And we've done this exercise with countless people, and it's very specific to your industry. So Mimi has a microblading business, and her themes might be different than our themes, which are, we are a digital marketing company. So she might want to pull out fashion events that are happening. So maybe New York Fashion Week, she wants to start talking about that and how microblading is making its way to models. I don't know. I don't know if that's true, Mimi, but I'm just making it up. But anyway, themes are so important, and they help they make writing content so much easier. Because one day when you're super creative, you can sit down with your 12-month annual calendar and say, okay, in January, we're going to focus on health. In February, we're going to focus on company culture. In March, we're going to talk about Ireland. Okay, I'm just making these up, but you get what I'm saying? So every month, you kind of have a theme around what you're blogging about, what you're Facebook Living about, what you're sending an email about. Makes it so much easier. It's like a very nice way to organize. Okay, so we've listed out our events, our holidays, our theme for the month, and now, see, every month I put my theme on my calendar. So here's October, and up here in the corner, the theme is listed there, okay? And always know that you can veer off from your theme. These are just ideas. I am all about being flexible. As you know, this live was supposed to be on Monday, and it couldn't happen on Monday, and so I just said, sorry guys, I don't want to do that to you. I want us to be able to plan around it so we can, plan, and so I apologize for that, but sometimes things happen. Okay, so do you have a content schedule? Like a weekly content schedule? What's a content schedule? So, again, these are internal notes. These are not things that the public knows. A content schedule is internally, you and your team know that on Sundays you post these types of pieces. On Mondays you do motivation. On Tuesdays you do event promotion. On Wednesdays you do, a historical photo. These are not things that the public needs to know, but your team and yourself, you need to know. That way you can start planning out your content. It makes it so much easier when you have a plan, or you have what am I thinking? What's the word? A blueprint, okay? So on Mondays, we like to stick to these types of posts. On Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturday. Okay, so we're not going to get into that right now, but I highly recommend that you do that. Okay. Now, what type of content should be on that content schedule? What should you be sharing? I want to encourage you to stay away from always selling to your audience, because selling to your audience does not build relationships, and it doesn't get you very far. So you want to balance out your content between value, education, fun, motivational, and then sales. So if you visit someone's page and every day they're like 40% off of this, buy one, get one free today, we're the best, buy from us, it gets really old. So I know Mimi on our chat here, she, again, is the microblader. That's eyebrow enhancement. And she is constantly posting before and after. Now that is awesome because she's not selling herself, she's showing the product. And that's always very exciting. And, for most of us, that's the equivalent of like a testimonial. So you have to get creative with your content. We can do a content schedule Facebook Live too. It just it's pretty in depth, and so I'm not going to go into that right now. This is all about November planning. I will make you a November calendar so you can look at it. I am not really a fan of creating the content, putting it on a content calendar, and having it there. What I do is I get a piece of paper, a calendar, and I just write in the different content that I want to go out. So on Monday, I would like a quote from Maya Angelou. I'm going to find that. On Friday, I want to show a team picture, just, having fun. And I just write that in. That way, on the day that I go to create this content, I look at that page and I barely have to think about what I'm going to do next. Because 2 weeks ago, or at the end of October, I laid out what I'd be talking about on any given day. You see how much easier that is? Does anybody have any questions? Any questions? It's so much easier to start penciling things in than having to really think about your content every single day. I highly discourage you from doing that. The next thing is, on your schedule, you should have a day of the week where you actually create this content. So maybe it's Thursday or Friday for you for that next week. And so you're not doing it every day because things happen. You have clients, you're in a bad mood. So many things happen, and then all of a sudden you just can't do your content for the day. And that's, the day's over. So what I recommend is that you actually produce the content on Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday of the week before. So today's Friday. All of your content should be done for week of October 29th through November 4th. Wouldn't that be nice? It'd be really nice, right? So, that is the scheduling portion. So let's talk about some ideas. Does anybody have anything that they want me to talk through? Do you have a content that you're stuck on, or you want to know how to get your message out? Okay. So if you say a team photo, you just find a photo you had already created, or you can, if you have a team photo that you can take that week and then plan it out for the week after, that's fine. Guys, everything doesn't have to be like right on point. Okay? I'm time-wise. Not everything is time sensitive. There are some things that are time sensitive, like someone's getting an award and you want to show it that day. That's great. But even so, if you wanted to wait a few days and then do a really beautiful blog article, and you can wait. So, Karen, to answer your question, you can use a team photo from 3 weeks ago if you haven't used it already. I mean, you don't want to overdo your pictures, but yeah, absolutely. And if you do want to change up a photo that you've used already, go into Canva, throw a filter on it, and maybe in the corner put some text that says like Happy Friday or Fry Yay! Exclamation point, and change it up that way. Yeah. Make the most of what you already have. Okay? Another really good content source is your blog. So if you have taken time to write blogs for the past 5 years, 2 years, 1 year, and for each of those blogs, you posted them on your social media already, one time, when it was first published, please reuse those blogs. I mean, if they're still relevant and you still believe in what you wrote, of course, but repurpose those blogs. So maybe on the second and fourth Tuesday of the month, you post a link to a blog on your website. It's a good suggestion. Speaking about links, for every post that you do, you definitely want a call to action. What do you want people to do? What action do you want them to take? Very rarely do you not do a call to action. Now, if you're telling someone have a great weekend, I wouldn't put in there, call us if you need help with your air conditioning. It's just a little too overboard. It's not genuine. So maybe like a Friday or a Monday salutation doesn't have a call to action. But if you're talking about an event that you're going to attend, make sure you have the link in there. You make it easy for people to follow up with whatever it is that you're saying. So putting links back to your website only helps your website traffic. Any other questions? This is the time to ask, ladies. I am encouraging you to ask. And maybe you didn't know that you were going to be able to ask questions because I know it's kind of hard to be on the spot. So for next month, have your questions ready for December. I'm kind of feeling this out, what the agenda is going to be. I wrote it down and I thought, okay, I'm going to be working out the kinks here. But I do, if you guys don't have questions, I just want to go over again what you should have listed on your paper in front of you to get to planning. List out any events that you're going to attend. List out any major themes or holidays that you want to make sure you plan in your calendar for the month of November. Then, after we are finished here, I am going to post in our group a November calendar, print it out, or I'll put a link to the Google Sheet so you can just copy that to your Google to your Google apps, right? Google Sheets, and you can start plugging things in. So if you had 5 events and themes that you wanted to make sure you talk about in November, you already have 5 content pieces done. Now, of course, you still have to create the image for them and the content, but at least you know what you're going to talk about. And can I get a hand raise of anyone who feels like just knowing what to talk about is half the battle? Because I know each of you know your industry inside and out, backwards and forwards. So if someone says, Margaret, write some content about social media, it's like, okay, and fill up this November calendar. But then the calendar that I have, it says, talk about LinkedIn this day. Talk about NABO this day. Talk about American Marketing Association on this day. Then I say, oh, wow, I just need to fill in the blanks. This week I'm going to say, you should join American Marketing Association. They have a wealth of resources and events, and it's just a great organization. And then a picture of American Marketing Association board or an event. You see? It's so much easier. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Raise your hand, Jackie and Karen. So make it easier on yourself and plan this stuff out. So I want to thank you for sitting with me and going through the technical difficulties. I will be revising this to make it a really good work day. So next time we meet on this topic, plan with me, will be, let's mark our calendars, will be Monday, let me make sure that's not my anniversary, Monday, November 20th, plan with me, and that will be at 3 p.m. And if you can't make it, you can always watch the repeat. The only thing you won't get is the opportunity to ask questions. But you could always send me your questions and I'll answer it for you, and we'll look at the repeat. So this is my ask to you. As you know, I am a business owner. I have Socialize LA, which I love. Mimi is actually a past team member who started her own business. So, that's like the greatest reason to leave the team with me with a giant smile on my face. So excited for her. But we love serving businesses. We have a wide variety of clients. So if you know anyone who's looking for social media help, either looking to outsource it or needing training or looking for a speaker, or looking for someone to build their strategy, please consider Socialize LA. Your referrals are so important to me, and I am so happy that you guys chose to learn with me today. And if you have any questions, please let me know, and I will talk to you in November. But we will be doing more Facebook Lives, so just on different topics. So with that, I'll say goodbye and have an awesome weekend. Go Dodgers. Let's have my blue on. And talk to you later.